Today I'm going to discuss the difference between hair hydration and hair moisture and how it can severely affect the health of your hair and length retention. So let's get into it. Hello my happy nappy crew, it's NowIamNappy, and y'all, I really feel like this discussion needs to be had because a lot of times people use hydration and moisture interchangeably, but they are actually two very different things. And a lot of people who are experiencing extremely dry hair, maybe they get that hair webbing in the crown or at the root area, or just suffering from severe dryness no matter what products they're using, don't really have a full grasp of the difference between hydration and moisture. So let's get into it, okay? So the first thing we should understand is actually the structure of our hair. So a single strand of hair is made up of 3 layers. There is the medulla, the cortex, and the cuticle. Now, the medulla is the innermost layer of the hair shaft. It is mostly large pockets of air and cells. And some people don't have medullas, especially if you have very fine strands. So the finer the hair, the less likely that you have a medulla. Those with thicker or coarse individual strands actually do have a medulla. The cortex, that's the middle layer, that gives your hair its individual uniqueness. That consists of keratin, melanin, and pigment cells. The last or the outermost layer is the cuticle, and it's made up of overlapping layers of cells that work like shingles in a roof to protect the cortex and possibly inner medulla. And when we discuss hydrating the hair, we're actually talking about the inner layers of the hair. So that means the medulla and cortex. And it's all about absorbing and then retaining that water. And when we talk about moisturizing the hair, we're generally referring to moisturizing the cuticle of the hair, and that is that outermost layer, and really that means helping to retain that moisture, locking in that moisture, and that means moisturizing the hair with oils, butters, and sealants that help to trap in moisture. So to properly hydrate the hair, that means the cuticle needs to be lifted so that water can actually go and penetrate into the cortex and the medulla of the hair strand. And this process requires more than just adding or putting water onto the hair strand. So there's 2 ways to actually help lift the cuticle so that you can actually hydrate the hair strand, and that is by heat or pH. Now this is generally why wash day is the most important and the most optimal time to actually hydrate your hair, because shampoos generally have a higher pH, and again that pH allows those cuticles to lift, to remove any dirt buildup and let hydration in, or through heat such as through a hot shower, steaming, or applying a hot cap to the hair. So after you shampoo your hair, your cuticles are lifted, your hair is properly hydrated with water and humectants. You're gonna then go in with your conditioners. Now, conditioners are generally formulated to leave something behind on the hair. So whatever hydrating and moisturizing properties in the conditioner, you're gonna have some maybe herbal extracts, you're gonna have humectants like glycerin, honey, honeyquat, polyquat that can help bind to the inner cortex, and also maybe some of the oils and butters that may coat the cuticle and lay it flat. Now generally the pH of a conditioner is meant to help lay that cuticle flat. Again, a lower pH can help close the cuticle, a higher pH is what's going to lift the cuticle. So let's say after you finish deep conditioning your hair feels nice and smooth and silky, but you still want to make sure you have locked in enough hydration and moisture. Now because usually conditioners have a lower pH and the cuticle lies more flat, you still want to be able to lock in more moisture. So what you should do is literally rinse out your deep conditioner with warm water and then apply whatever liquid leave-in that you have, preferably something with water, aloe, and some type of humectant is onto the hair strand that helps to really lock in that moisture, and then seal your hair with any butters or heavier creams or oils that will again allow that cuticle to close and allow that moisture to be locked in, okay? So again, remember the purpose is to hydrate first with some type of water humectant based product, and then seal in that moisture with a heavier cream that has a lower pH so the cuticle remains closed, and then you can also coat your hair with any butters and oils to properly seal in the hair. So just remember you guys, your hair is naturally hydrophobic, which means it naturally repels water, and that's why you want to make sure your hair is properly hydrated before you add any type of sealants, oils, butters, or even heavier creams, because if not you will further be locking in dryness and your hair will never receive the proper moisture retention that it needs. Now you guys, we always speak about external factors when it comes to hair health, but I really want to stress the importance of making sure you get enough hydration in your body along with vitamins and nutrients. That means drinking enough water, okay? How hydrated you are can severely impact how dry or how hydrated your hair is. So you can do so by drinking water, but also drinking the vegetables that contain enough water and nutrients that can be absorbed and taken in by our body and our hair. Remember you guys, having properly hydrated and moisturized hair can help you to retain length better. It can also make styling a much easier process and make your hair more enjoyable and more beautiful. All right, you guys, let me know down below if you've ever struggled with dealing with severely dry hair, and if you're willing to try these tips to help hydrate and moisturize your hair by increasing the pH or by using heat and steam to help that hydration to penetrate into the hair, as well as moisturizing it with heavier creams, oils, and butters so that your hair strands can be happy and healthy. Alright, but that's it for this week's Tip Tuesday. If you want to know how to build a hair regimen, check out the video on the screen. But that's it for this week. I'll see you next time. Bye.